All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC lightweight title. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. Again, I want to caution, any punch below this point going to be called low. Any punch below this point are going to be called low. That said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves all times. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you. Good luck.
And here we go. Vic Draculich's final instructions. David Diaz shocked the world tonight, and certainly 99% of the people in this house, by defeating the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world today, Manny Pacquiao. Scheduled for 12, both fighters in white trunks, but I think you know the difference.
No problem telling them apart.
No. Crowd chanting, Manny, 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 as we expected. And Wally Doug and I were talking, good overhand left hand right there. We're talking and analyzing some tape from the last fight, the development of Manny Pacquiao over the years and what he was able to do against one of the great fighters of our generation to win that fight in March, Juan Manuel Marquez. You saw him counter punching, you saw his defense, you saw him boxing, and the further development, he's going to need all that tonight against Diaz.
You know, all that being said, though, Alan, I agree 100%, you know, that he did many different things and many different things well. You'll find, if you ask 50 people who saw that fight, 25 will tell you Marquez won. It was a tough fight.
It was a split decision.
I thought it was a draw. I thought it was a draw just like the first fight.
Didn't we have it a draw, Wally?
I don't recall. I think I might have had Marquez a point ahead. But anyway, I mean, the point being that Pacquiao may have seen his best days already.
We'll certainly see. Walking into the ring carrying 147 pounds. It's a far cry from when he started as a 108-pounder.
You know, he's only 29 years old, but he's got more than 50 pro fights and a lot of hard 12-round contests.
Absolutely.
A lot of wars.
It's a long 29 years, no doubt.
24 rounds with Juan Manuel Marquez. That first 12-rounder with Eric Morales. That's the kind of wear and tear that eventually takes it out of a fight.
You're absolutely right. So at some night, those bills come due. Now, whether it's tonight, I don't know. And whether Diaz is the guy that can collect on that bill, I don't know. Right now, it looks like Manny's too fast for him in this round.
Well, the crowd, if you'll listen, will react to anything Manny does. Doesn't necessarily mean that the punches he's throwing land effectively. But he is showing superior speed in this round. And Diaz probably knew that coming in anyway.
Diaz is a slow starter. Everybody looks faster than him. Everybody gets off first against Diaz in the first 2 rounds of all of his fights. He's the kind of guy who gradually gains momentum as the fight wears on.
You're so right. I mean, it's not easy to beat David Diaz because every one of your fights, I don't care who you're fighting, is going to be tough. And you're going to lose the early rounds. You're going to have to battle back late when you're tired. And he goes in knowing that.
He's just covering up now while Manny goes on the attack. Davis says, bring more, bring more. That's fun. You know, this is the first time I can ever remember that physically I didn't think Manny overpowered the guy he was in against.
Right.
With the shoulders and the body.
He's not fighting a natural featherweight. He's fighting definitely a natural lightweight, somebody who could fight effectively at 140 pounds. But that weight differential may not show itself in the early rounds.
That's
It was a good left by Diaz,
yes.
Definitely backed Manny off.
Got 2 left-handers in there in case you folks haven't noticed. Manny comes across with a top left hand right over the top, and then some uppercuts.
Wow. He's going to work.
Manny looking like Ali, isn't he?
Hitting gloves, though. He's hitting a lot of gloves.
Lead left again from Pacquiao.
Is Diaz cut on the ear or above the ear?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Right ear.
We're seeing some of that trademark body work from Diaz finally.
You see the blood in his hair?
Blood in his
right
hair.
Side?
He's got blood in his hair. Top of the head.
Yeah, it's high. It's in the scalp area.
A lot of speed to contend with here. Diaz having trouble with Manny's speed. And Manny doing what Freddie Roach wanted him to do. Don't get roughed up. Oh, uppercut also. Diaz acknowledging the power. Left hand. Oh, good left hand for Diaz on a counter punch. But Pacquiao pouring on the combinations. Oh, Manny fighting a supremely confident fight. Blood streaming down from the scalp line of Diaz.
I'll tell you what, Manny's fighting like the bigger man right now.
Very well said. He keeps a very torrid pace in the ring, and that's why people love him. That left hand hurt, guys.
You know what Diaz is doing now? He's standing right in front of Manny. He's not coming forward, but Manny's not allowing him because of the footwork.
That's correct. I mean, Diaz's fight is to get on top of his guy, smother him, overwhelm him just with activity, and he can't really do that because he's getting hit with everything.
Diaz wants to force the other guy back on his heels, but it's hard to do that when the guy's circling you.
Yeah, you know, I think the thing that surprises me so far in the first 7 minutes or so that we've seen here is how comfortable Manny is at the weight.
He looks very good. He looks so relaxed in there right
He's
now.
just unbelievable.
But you know what? Diaz is unable to impose himself physically on Manny, so what does he have to be stressed out about?
I agree. So far, anyway.
Well, one punch can change it as usual, but...
Well, one thing we know about Diaz, though, guys, he does not give up. And we saw that against Santa Cruz.
Yeah, Santa Cruz, the younger, bigger, stronger fighter, wasn't just outworking it and outpointing him. He was beating the crap out of him for 9 rounds.
Absolutely.
Diaz never stopped coming forward.
Is he cut under the eye now?
I think he's
There's
cut
more
under the
blood
eye
on his
and on the bridge. He's
They
getting...
may be coming from the bridge of the nose.
Well, the hand speed is what's ripping him
Yes.
up. That's what's just ripping his skin up because Manny's hand speed is so impressive. But Manny's doing a great job
breaking him.
Of just breaking him down.
His jab is really in effect in this round, and a lot of fighters find it hard to jab against a southpaw. And one of the questions coming in here is, you know, how many notable southpaws did Manny Pacquiao face? Well, really nobody, but he's doing a good job against Diaz.
Now, before we write David Diaz out of this fight, let's remember a couple of things. We've already mentioned that Diaz has a tendency, and he's bleeding badly now over the right eye, to get stronger as the fight goes on. The other thing is Manny faded somewhat against Marquez late in the fight.
Two very good points, but that right hand, that nose is getting...
That was a better point.
Yeah, that was it. He just...
That was a big straight left from Manny Pacquiao landed on to David.
Now, David's stepping up the intensity. Now they're going to take a look at the eye now. Vic Draculich, please don't stop another fight. Vic's just doing his job.
If they stop this one, there won't be any, won't be any discussion.
Well, there won't be any, the building won't be left standing if they stop.
No, but if they stop it, it'll be a TKO.
And it's amazing. Well, we saw how swollen Diaz's eye got in it. Oh my goodness, he's just
right hand.
Diaz might be wobbled a little bit by that big left hand.
Yeah.
He definitely took a step back. He's got to let his hands go. Can't just cover up in there.
It is a dominating performance by Manny Pacquiao. The full package, folks. Up to this point in the fight, if you want to see what it takes to have the complete package as a professional boxer, you're watching it.
He's looking like the best fighter in the world, pound for pound, right now.
You know what? Floyd Mayweather walked through the door. He left it open for Manny, and I got to say, Manny has really done his part to step through the door.
And the great thing about Pacquiao, he's got all the talent and skill in the world, but he's an aggressive fighter.
Absolutely.
He's exciting to watch, which you couldn't say about Mayweather all the time.
No, you're right. He's not a safety-first guy at all. Diaz is just a mess.
They're gonna get worse. And what rips your face up like that, folks, is speed and leather. He is cut in 3 places, left eye badly bruised. Of course, we saw the bruising that he suffered against Morales when he fought with one eye. But his hope right now, as Wally said, is just tenacity.
You know, let me just say this, and I don't in any way mean to, compare David Diaz favorably to a Rocky Marciano, but if you've seen films of Marciano against Archie Moore, against Ezra Charles, this is the same fight. Joe Walcott. Sometimes the guy that just will not quit is the guy who wins.
Oh, he just caught a right hand on the chin.
But during the golden age of boxing in the 50s, they would let a guy fight a lot
true.
longer.
That's true.
Particularly if it was The Rock. I mean, his nose was split in half against
Absolutely
Charles.
right.
They let that fight continue.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be the case with David Diaz.
Does that mean we've gotten more civilized or more squeamish over the years?
Squeamish. We're not civilized.
They're not fighting 15-rounders either. Round 5. That was not as, that was. That one was.
And that was a premature celebration upstairs.
Yeah, but the last 3 punches were hard punches. Wow.
You know, these are good, accurate, quality punches from Manny Pacquiao.
Oh, look
he's
at the
not
blood.
going all out. I mean, the way he's punching, he
David
can keep
Diaz.
this pace up for 12 rounds.
Because he's fighting at his own pace. You know what? Diaz is not making him do anything he doesn't want to do.
But if you remember Manny Pacquiao from 4 or 5 years ago, it was like he was double parked. I mean, he was in a rush. He was in a hurry.
Yes.
He was just going crazy in there. Much more poised now.
That's years and years of seasoning
They're
experience.
going to really have to take a look
I
at
don't see how
the
much
blood
longer this
damage
can go.
because unless they got a pint standing by in the corner, this could get bad.
No, I agree. I don't see how much longer this can go.
I really don't. Because they're going to have to take a look at it. He's just getting chopped to pieces. I mean, this is, I know it's almost silly to say, but with the hand speed and the way he's moving, it's almost Ali-like to me, guys.
I don't think Ali ever hit like this.
No.
This is the Thriller from Manila.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
Look at the
see,
blood.
You know, this is target practice right now.
Yeah, it really is. And there's that cut again. There's just no stopping that.
No, it's just deep.
But on the bright side, it is running down the side of his face and not into his eyes.
Well, he's not going to stop.
No.
He doesn't sound deterred at all in between rounds. Neither does his trainer, Jim Strickland.
They seem like they expected this.
Yeah.
See, the one thing I don't think they did expect, though, is that they're not slowing this guy down. They're not
No.
firing him.
They're not putting in the work to really come on in the late rounds.
Yeah.
You got to do something to stress Manny out, wear him down a little bit to the body, and Diaz is just not able to mount a sustained attack because of punches like that.
Yeah, he just cannot get past that. Now, I've always said fighters do things for a reason and they don't do things for a reason. If David Diaz is not doing what he needs to do, there's a reason. And the reason is Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao has convinced him that he cannot walk in on him without severely being punished for it.
Absolutely.
So we're seeing David Diaz bounce around on his toes on the outside and not really fight to his character.
He actually landed a pretty good right hand there, but I don't think it had the kind of effect he expected it to have.
He's going to have to follow up on punches like that, and Manny's not letting him do it.
Manny's keeping him too busy. Keeping him too busy playing defense.
A beautiful swarm of punches, and that's what Diaz has run into, a swarm. It also begs the question, if this fight was at where Pacquiao used to fight, would he be able to take the guy out? Is there a difference between fighting a guy that's a bigger guy like this and more difficult to take out?
I think it would be a mistake for Manny to try to blow out a guy like David Diaz. If he fought the way he used to fight, which was sort of coming right at his opponent with power punches and not utilizing lateral movement, I think Diaz would have had more of a chance to mount some kind of a counterattack.
It would have been an absolutely senseless way for Manny to fight because you're giving Diaz his only chance to be in the fight.
Yeah, he could run into a punch.
There's a body shot here from Diaz, and Manny answers.
And Diaz never stops trying.
No, he doesn't.
He'll land a single shot, and it's a solid shot. He just can't follow up with anything.
That's the one thing you have to admire about Diaz. I mean, it's got to be very discouraging. Every time he lands a good shot, he gets hit 3, 4, 5, 6 times in a row, but he refuses to be discouraged by that. So far, anyway.
Slower pace this round for Manny in the 7th round, and Do remember, he slowed down a little bit in his last fight in the later rounds.
He was bound to slow down a little bit. I mean, he's really set a hell of a pace in this fight. See, the thing is, Diaz is not going to slow down. He doesn't have much to slow down from.
Right.
But no, seriously, he fights at the same pace every single round.
He's starting to land more punches in just like the final minute here of this round 7.
But it's not because he's doing anything differently. It's because Manny's a little bit slower.
Yeah, he is
having trouble
taking his
with
foot
his
off the gas pedal a little bit.
He's having a blinking problem, and that's never good. Blood getting in the eye now, guys. Oh, now there's blood coming from the left nostril.
Manny is backing Diaz off. Loading up with single power shots in this round. Interesting way to start off round 8. They're going into the late rounds. Less activity from Manny, more power in single shots.
He may sense that Diaz is starting to soften up a little bit. I didn't see it in round 7.
No, I was thinking that Diaz might be sensing that Manny is slowing down and that he might actually try to step it up a little bit. And maybe Manny is stifling that
combination.
momentum.
The left landed.
You're right. Manny may have realized that. You know, let's nip this in the bud before
nipping
this guy.
the enthusiasm in the bud. Yeah, curb your enthusiasm, Diaz. I'm still the man.
He may not be softened up, but he's certainly mushy.
Yeah.
Diaz going backwards in the protective mode now. Yeah, he's getting
He doesn't do
pounded.
much of that, man.
Yeah, he don't want to be there.
He doesn't do much covering up, so you know it's having an effect.
Vision's a problem for David.
Yeah, the blood is now dripping into the eye. Both eyes.
Yeah, but you know, when you're refereeing a fight, I think you have to take the history of the fighters into account.
Absolutely. That's part of your job.
You got to know who's in there with you.
But Dracula is looking really close at the face of David Diaz.
Guys, Diaz is in a survival mode right now. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He does not want to go down, but he might get stopped.
He needs to do something. He's got, I mean, because Manny is just getting bolder and bolder. If Diaz is playing possum, he's doing a great job, but he's not. It's all Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, I don't think that's part of his arsenal. I really don't. I don't think there's any kind of guile or artifice in the way this guy fights. I mean,
no, he's an honest man. He's an honest fighter.
And he's giving you what he's got. I mean, this is it.
In other words, he's doing what he has to do right now. That's what he's backing up because he has to prevent from getting knocked down or knocked out.
Yep.
Yeah, Diaz mounting a little desperation offense, and Manny holds up his arms like, okay.
Right, Manny won't even give him, you know, his one little moment there.
No. And it was a little moment.
Weren't they both in white trunks?
Yeah, they're crimson now. Diaz's crimson trunk. We're in round 9. The champion is the bloodiest one in there.
That's not coming out in the dry cleaning, I fear.
No. Could be done. A little club soda there might help. Well, that's for wine.
Same color.
Same color.
Ooh, good left by Diaz. He snuck one in.
Snuck one in, and now he's got a little pumped up a little bit.
Manny didn't celebrate after that one.
No. Whoa, good left hand from Pacquiao. That staggered Diaz, who comes forward now. Oh, left hand.
You know, we've referred to the Santa Cruz fight several times as evidence why Diaz is not out of this yet. He was never hurt like this against Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is a full level above Santa Cruz.
Absolutely.
A good, strong, young contender. Pacquiao is a truly elite fighter. And there's a certain dynamicism to his punches. He has speed, power, and technique that Santa Cruz will never have, and
Right.
I hate to say it, Diaz will never have it.
No, Diaz is never going to be that kind of fighter. But I mean, the thing is, we wondered whether Manny would be able to rise to the level, but he seems to be one of those.
Down he goes with the left hand.
Fight is
The
over.
fight's over. Thank you.
Big left hand. It came from not too far away.
About 6 inches.
And you just hope Diaz isn't seriously hurt.
That's what I was just getting to, guys. I was getting worried about that because he's fought and taken so much damage, and your reputation can carry so far. He is still down. Diaz is still down. I mean, that was a devastatingly wicked punch. One of those inside ham bone jobs from about 6
I think they're
inches.
keeping him down. I think he could have gotten up. They're keeping him down.
I hope so.
He's all right.
He earned his money tonight.
Wow, look at the egg on that left eye.
That's where he just hit him.
Referee Vic Draculich calls a halt to this bout at 2 minutes, 24 seconds, round number 9. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of the Philippines, now a 4-time world champion and new WBC lightweight champion of the world, Manny